And we are with Devin Nunes this morning, the social media giant, reporting that it has made the transition to Rumble. Devin, you were saying that you have done something that has not been done before. What do you mean?
Yeah, I think that's right. People just didn't expect us to be able to, in just a few short months, to get out of beta testing and fully launch on the Apple App Store. So we are uncancelable by big tech. We are not relying on any tech tyrants, and really running on the Rumble cloud like we are. This is the future of taking on woke companies. And what you're seeing is that we're building a community. We're taking the best of all these social media companies, and if you really look at it, where are the eyeballs now? Young people are on TikTok. Instagram has a big share of the market. Facebook has a declining market, and Twitter, as Mike Lee was saying, is really a company that really hasn't done much over the last decade or so. So we're taking all of that, putting it into and building in a community. And what you're seeing right now, Maria, is really amazing. If you have a Twitter account or an Instagram account, I will say, and you're an influencer, and if you're on Truth, you now are getting more engagement on Truth right now, even though we've barely begun, and you have more followers in many cases also. And I think those are just numbers that don't lie, and we're going to continue to build out this platform. It's exciting. President Trump is excited about this. And remember, why are we here? We're here because all of these tech tyrants either censored us, banned us, millions of Americans got banned, got kicked off of these platforms, and Donald Trump, the President of the United States, had no choice but to start this company to give the American people their voice back, and that's what we're doing at Truth Social.
Yeah, no, I understand your motivation, but look, here we are this morning talking about reports that there is possibly a deal between Elon Musk and Twitter. A deal could happen as early as today, Devin. The two sides are hashing it out. They met yesterday, apparently. They're expected to reassess a multi-billion-dollar deal, and the word is that's going to go much higher than $43 billion. The company's board is reconsidering it, so the question has to be, does that hurt the viability of Truth Social? What if Musk acquires Twitter? What does that mean for Truth Social?
Well, I think we're all for it, but let's remember, what is Twitter? Twitter is a global PR wire. It's not a community like what we're trying to build. So if you take what Elon is doing, Twitter has been a cesspool for a long time. It needs to be completely reconstructed. But what we're looking at is we're building a community based on the best of all social media companies. We're not just trying to be a platform like Twitter, which is essentially a PR wire for celebrities and corporations. There's just not very many people on Twitter, quite frankly. Where the eyeballs are is Instagram and TikTok. And look, that's where the market is, and that's where we need to go as a new company that can't be canceled by big tech.
Now, there were reports, or a report last week from one investor who says you're not going to get the regulatory approvals that you need to move forward. Are you confident that you're going to be able to get the regulatory approvals in this SPAC to progress and create scale?
Yeah, what's strange about that is that it's very clear by the public reports, just the public reports here in the last couple weeks, that we are moving forward quickly in order to get approval by the SEC. And we need to, we're willing to work with the SEC. We're looking forward to it. So I don't put any basis whatsoever in those reports. I think it's just fake news.
So you're talking about this transition onto Rumble. You say you're not cancelable. You don't need big tech. How is that possible? Yeah. Tell us about, the Rumble transition. Are you their first client in terms of cloud services?
Yeah, the first major client we are with Rumble. And so remember what's happened to these other nascent companies. If the big companies that own the server farms and the data centers, if they decide they don't like you, they just cut you off. So because Rumble is a cloud and a video platform, they've got data centers all over the country. They're continuing to expand. So they're a key partner of ours so that we can use, and as you know, Maria, all the influencers, conservative influencers, and now even moderates, people who have been kicked off of YouTube, are now on Rumble. So we're essentially able to ride on Rumble's rails. We know that we're not going to be canceled. We have a great partnership with them. And it's going to be it's amazing that this has been done if you just think about it, where we were just a few months ago, to be wide open on the Apple App Store where anybody can get on right now and get an account. And then it's the engagement, it's the community. And I just want to reiterate, Bria, even you, and we talked about this a few weeks ago, look at the number of followers that you have. You have considerably more followers on Truth today than you have on Instagram. And that's an amazing feat. And we see that over and over again with our new community that we're building.
Yeah, no, I've loved the engagement on Truth Social. I'm having a lot of fun with it. The last time you were with us, you told us that you thought that there were all of these bots on Twitter. Why is Elon Musk interested in acquiring Twitter if it's all robots?
Yeah. Well, I think he's even said that as much, that there's just a lot of fake accounts and a lot of bot accounts. And that's one of the things that we did at Truth Social as we went into this. We want to make sure that if you have an account, you're actually a real person. And so we're confirming that, so the platform is very, very clean, and we're going to keep it clean. It's 99.9% of our users are real people, and that's what we want. We want real people, real engagement, interacting with each other. It's what social media was supposed to be until back in 2017-18 timeframe. They started banning Americans that they didn't like. So the American people know, and people around the globe are going to know, that we're the one home that we're not going to cancel you, we're not going to censor you for political reasons, and that's what's going to build our community. And that's why you see so many people are so excited on our platform, because they've either been banned completely or they've been censored, and they're meeting each other for the first time on Truth Social in many, many years. And it's really inspiring to see, and that's why we're having so much fun here building this company.
Yeah, but let's face it, Devin, money talks, and we're talking about possibly a $50-60 billion bid from Elon Musk on Twitter. The report today is that Twitter's on track to reach a deal with Elon Musk as early as today. Let's say, hypothetically, this guy acquires Twitter. Is President Trump going to go back on Twitter?
Well, I can only report what he said. He said he really doesn't have an interest in going on Twitter, and my guess is that would continue to be the same. I mean, look, until you get in there and get that company and wipe out everything that's been happening there for the last several years, I just see Twitter right now is nothing but a PR wire. It's got a global footprint, but there's just nobody there. And I mean, and how do you explain how we have more engagement on Truth Social than they have on Twitter? That's why the real focus that we have moving forward is, where are the eyeballs? Where are the customers? Where are the consumers? They're on Instagram and TikTok. And as you know, because you use the platform, we have very good video, very good photos. The media that we have is extremely good on Truth Social, and it's going to keep getting better. And that's why we're taking the best of all these social media platforms, putting them to one, inviting people on, and not censoring them. That's the key to Truth Social, and that's why you see every single hour we're letting more and more people on. People are just coming in droves. It's just been amazing. And look, we're only into this is day 4 on our new Rumble Cloud. It's just amazing how many people have joined the platform in the last few days.
All right, things are getting real interesting on social media, Devin. It's great to see you this morning. Thank you very much, and we will be watching Truth Social and, of course, Twitter, Insta, all of them. Devin Nunes, thank you for joining us. We'll be right back. Stay